Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to another day of LSD, the Dream Emulator. I'm doing a lazy day today. I'm lying down on the couch. So, the mic should be close enough to my mouth to pick me up, but if it's not, well, I'm phoning it in because I'm too lazy to wake up. Oh, oh god, did I save last time? I think so. We're in the exact same area we were yesterday. Also had a really cool dream last night. Kind of two dreams, really. They are linked, but only in the fact that I was, I guess one of the dreams, which was like a video game kind of thing, was like I was at the first place, and then I was playing a video game, and then it transported me to the next area. But we'll talk about that later. But now I need to figure out how to get out of here. Hey, Peacock. Yeah, not today, thanks. I want to go see that giant hand again. Oh god. It was so bloody scary. You're not even wrong. Not even wrong. So, go straight ahead, and that's... Oh, You can't stop in time. No, if you're running... Yeah, if you're running, forget it. You'll never stop in time. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to mention... Since the 20th, I've been taken off the YouTube partner program, which thankfully hasn't actually affected me. It's pretty much left me completely unaffected. The thing that it did is it removed monetization from all videos, which blows. And I found out that I think there's like $30 in my AdSense account for 5 years or whatever we've been doing this shit. And I can't even get that money because you have to have at least $100 in your AdSense account to get it. So fuck. I'm told that if you like just cancel your AdSense account, then they'll send you a check for whatever's there. But it's like $30. It's like not even fucking worth it, for God's sake. It'd be nice if we could just like get put into like a, I don't know, like a PayPal or something, and I could actually use it to buy like, PlayStation stuff, PlayStation points. That'd be nice. You know, you could probably do that if you could actually be bothered. I mean, I don't think they don't do any payments until you've got 100. You sure? Or... Oh, so there's the castle. Now, the hand appears at the bridge, but the face is like here. No. No. Oh jeez, that fucking hand thing scared the shit out of me yesterday. Sure did. So maybe it only happens when the textures are weird. It's not happening there, is it? Well, we've seen things that don't happen all the time, but as far as the events like the Missile Chasm and whatnot, that happens every time. So I do find it strange that it doesn't just happen. Well, it's not happening. So anyway, yeah, so thankfully I can still do videos like 15 minutes, over 15 minutes, and I have access to all the tools and stuff. Although I don't use most of it, but thankfully, no effect on my channel, thank goodness. Just sucks that I can't monetize. Not that I really do anyway. I never really started monetizing because I don't have the views. It's not worth it, in my opinion. That's why I never did it. Where do you want to go today? This is where you didn't get a text stream. Speaking of text streams, I need to make a note of what episode that last text stream was, so that I can translate it later. But the waifu's like got the flu. She's had the flu for a week now, so she's unable to translate it for me at the moment. But hopefully, once I do get that translated, I will. Oh, fuck! That's into the dream. I will translate. I'll tell you the translation in the next episode, and then I'll write it in the comments of the video that it happens in. So that's 55. What's the date today? Today's 23rd. So you just did the 24th. Alright, yeah. Wait, that doesn't make sense. No, so you just did day 54, which corresponds with the 23rd, which is today. Relax, it's fine. Okay. Well, let's talk about our dream. Alright. So, again, I'm staying at my parents' house. My parents' old house, which is weird, but that happens quite a bit. I had dreams at my parents' old house. I'm in, like, the kitchen, I think. Yeah. It's an early morning in my parents' house. I think I'm a kid again. Because when I was a kid, in my fledgling, just discovering anime days, you know, the early days. But anyway, when I was watching Evangelion and Akira, Ghost in the Shell and all that shit, I used to draw anime, the old anime. I even thought up my own freaking manga that I wrote like scripts for most of the episodes and a basic plan for the whole series. And I even started like drawing like a manga, but I never progressed that far. I suck at drawing hands. So every time I draw people with hands, they're always like behind boxes and shit. But anyway, I don't even know where all that old shit is. I think it's at my parents' house. Anyway, I suddenly wake up in the morning, like I don't know, 4 a.m. or something like that, and I want to paint. So I start drawing some anime girl. I draw like pencil on a piece of paper. And then I paint like a canvas. I paint like a background, like a blue, greeny, abstract color for like the background. And then the idea would be that I would then trace my drawing onto the canvas and then paint the girl. So, so I'm trying to ink over my drawing to transfer it over to the canvas. But I'm using a fountain pen. I don't know why I'm using a fountain pen, because I don't think I've ever used... No, I've never actually used a working fountain pen in my life. The only fountain pens I've touched are ones that I have, like, dried up, like, you know, years ago. So anyway. So drawing with this fountain pen, which coincidentally doesn't write, probably because it's all dried up. And then my mum sees me as she's getting ready to go to work in the morning. She usually gets up bright and early to go to work. So she takes a look at my canvas and she starts suggesting some changes. Oh, yeah, it's a bit big. You should cut this. Take this part off so it's a bit smaller. It makes a bit more sense. And apparently my dad's in on it too. He's like, I don't know why my dad's awake, but he's there. He's making suggestions or whatever. So I end up giving up entirely on the anime girl. Because they're all like, oh, anime is weird. Don't do anime. It's stupid. So I just create like some abstract art by by using that background that I made and just sort of like painting some bullshit on it. And alright, they're done. I think I gave it to my mum because my mum liked it because of she liked it when it was just the background before I put the anime shit on it. So I'm like, okay, I just want to put the anime shit on it. You're gonna have it. I don't give a shit anymore. I give up this bullshit. Why'd I even bother trying this fucking shit in the first place? Also, there was a bunch of leftover food in the fridge from like a party or something. What's with me and having dreams about fucking parties? I think I must like really miss food, my mum's food or something, because I'm constantly having dreams about, oh yeah, we got leftover food in the fridge. It's like chicken wings and homemade chocolates and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fake out all this fucking chicken wings. It's almost like I like that food, because I do. So anyway, so I had this other dream, which I think it triggered from like going through the TV. Like I wanted to play a video game, and I wanted to play like VR, but I didn't know the VR, so I was just like sort of looking at the TV and pretending that it was VR, something like that. So anyway, it's like this game where you like jump around in this like desolate sort of not space, but I don't know how to describe it. But think of just like a fairly desolate sort of area, and you're just jumping around from like platform to platform, and yeah, try to climb this area. I guess is what we're doing. So anyway, I'm getting better at this jumping thing. And there's some kind of threat in this game. Some kind of like aliens or something chasing me. I don't know exactly. They're trying to get me. And I'm jumping around, and eventually I'm sort of like climbing on this this beam over this water. Kind of like the area of pain in Metal Gear Solid 2. And by area of pain, in case you don't know what that means, it's the bit in Metal Gear Solid 2 after you fight the Harrier, and you gotta walk over this beam to get to this other platform. And every time I did that when I was a kid, I'd always fall in there like a bunch of times. That's why I call it the area of pain. So anyway, I fall in the water, naturally. Which isn't instant death, like it is in some games, like Half-Life or whatever. Instead, my life's like draining away. So I'm like losing health. And then the aliens come down in the water. They can swim perfectly, naturally. And they come and they get me and I die. While I'm stuck in the water and I can't move. Well, that's the end of the dream. Yep. So that's fun. Yeah, that's fun. Alright. Well, before you actually delete your note about your dream, you should really make sure that this fucking video saves. So, yep, I'm gonna go back to sleep for a little bit. I got like I don't know, half an hour before I gotta go to work. So I might take a nap. Shit, tomorrow. Oh god, what's going on tomorrow? That's a fantastic question. There's a high chance that I might be doing what I did last week, which is not putting out a video on Saturday and putting out a video on Sunday together with Sunday's video. We'll have to see. Hopefully I'll be able to stream on Sunday. I should be able to, but I am going out like I did last week. Last week sort of ended pretty quickly. We don't know what's going to happen this week, though. Anyway, Saturday. Well, well, that looks pretty, No, by the looks of it, I don't have anything going on. Like last week, I was busy in my little break that I get sometimes. But it looks like tomorrow I'm good, hopefully. That stays. Otherwise, yeah. So I should be able to record a video tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a nice short video. And then I can upload it and then go back to work. Yay, Saturdays. Saturdays are freaking tough, man. They really are. Last Saturday was the worst. Last Saturday was legit 13 hours without any breaks. The only breaks I got were driving my car 25 minutes from one place to the other at like 1 o'clock, and then driving the same car back to the original place at like 3 o'clock. Good times. But I mean, I was driving that whole time, so it wasn't really a break, was it? No. It was a time where I didn't have to work, and I could listen to like podcasts or whatever. So I guess it's better than nothing. Sure. Well, the last Monday sucked. No, last Monday was fine. Wait, what sucked? I thought Tuesday sucked. This Tuesday? Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this Tuesday did suck, because usually I have a couple of breaks on Tuesday, but I didn't have any, and it was pretty much, yeah, again, 13 hours. Yeah. I did have a 1 hour break. But that was that time was spent going shopping and trying to take care of the waifu who had the flu. Because, gotta take care of the waifu so that she can take care of me later. Don't die on me! Just like Eva from Metal Gear Solid 5. Eva, I need you! Say that one more time. I need you. I can't fly the plane by myself. And he was like, fuck you, Snake. The only reason you want me alive is so you can fucking fly out of here, you bitch. Yeah, but then she ended up betraying me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's true. Metal Gear Solid 3. I feel upset, because I feel like we didn't give Evangelion. I got Evo on my mind. We didn't give Metal Gear Solid 3 the time it deserved. Hopefully that was a good enough viewing of that game. That game's freaking awesome, man. That game's great. It's really disappointing that you haven't. Isn't the HD collection on PS4? Because you should really buy the HD collection. That has like Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, 2 and 3 on it. Metal Gear Solid 4, on the other hand, though, that's PS3 only. Yeah. Kind of sucks you don't have a PS3. So many cool games you can play. You can play all the Yakuza fucking games. Yeah. My PS3 was like a Yakuza box for a while, though. I originally bought, I think I've said the story before, but I originally bought a PS3 for Metal Gear Solid 4. I bought the PS3, bought Metal Gear Solid 4, played the shit out of it for a week, took it back, and got myself a refund. I think it was like EB Games. They had like a 1 week policy on games where you just take it back and get your money back. That didn't apply to hardware. The place that I bought it at said that. But then I was like driving home, like, you know what, I'll just try the shop near my place, just in case. And you know what, if they say no, well, I guess I've got a new gen console. And I guess I'll just go with PS3 now. And if they take it back, well, they take it back. They took it back. I'm like, sweet. We ended up buying a 360 going halves with Avo. A few years later, at least a year later, when it was much cheaper. I think we got it when not Rock Band, but Guitar Hero World Tour was just coming out, because we bought all that shit. And we ended up choosing the 360 because it had more exclusives that we wanted, i.e. Ninja Gaiden 2, Rumble Roses XX, Kengo Zero, I think it was called. What other games were there that you really wanted? Beach Volleyball? Sure, whatever. Yeah, Dead or Alive 4. As it turns out, almost all those games they weren't shit. Ninja Gaiden 2 was alright, I guess, but I never finished it. But they just weren't, they weren't what I wanted. Kengo Zero was fucking terrible. I don't know if you know Kengo or Sword of the Samurai. Those games were amazing. Kengo Zero is stupid bullcrap. It's just, the games were like just so shit. Rumble Roses XX was really disappointing. Dead Alive 4 was okay, but it wasn't great. Dead Alive 2 is the only really good Dead Alive game. I haven't really played it off of 5, I suppose, but... and what was the other game that was exclusive? Wasn't that it? Oh. So in the end, the PlayStation 3 ended up being the better thing anyway. Especially since the PS3 is region free, so I can buy all the Japanese games, which is cool. Being in Japan now, it's also Universal Power Supply, which is also useful. Even though I've been using it on a power converter for the longest time, anyway, just in case. Also, online play for free. That's true, 360 down to Xbox Live. Of course, PS4 has that too. So I guess I just won't be playing games online, because I refuse to play for PlayStation Plus. Even though it might be a good deal. Nah, fuck that. Not doing that shit. I guess. Get a bunch of free games out of it. I don't care. I really don't. I can't imagine there being a game that I really want to play online anyway. Yeah, nope, not really. Anywho, I'm gonna go. I've talked enough. What was I even talking about? You're talking about Metal Gear Solid. Oh, yeah. So Metal Gear Solid 4, I'd like to play through that. On Sunday if we've got some time. What was the other thing we wanted to play? Metal Gear Solid 4. I kind of want to go through Yakuza, the original Yakuza game. We don't have Kiwami yet. So what? It's true. Everything you're saying is true. I don't know. Ow. Because, yeah, we do want to do that. I want to go through all the Yakuza games. And I want to go through Metal Gear Solid 4. And I suppose at some point we should probably play Police Notes. I still want to play the more VR games. We have to make a system. A system. Where, like, I play VR games, we play Metal Gear Solid 4, and we play, Police Notes. That could work. What if I did something like, what if I did VR games, like, early, until Elftastic shows up? When Elftastic shows up, we pop in, Metal Gear, for like one chapter. How many chapters are there in that game? 4? Want to say 4? Wait, no, it's 5. Hey, wait. There goes, the Middle East, South Africa. South Africa, or is it just... Wait, it's South America. I forget. Whatever, the Middle East, South America, probably. Spoilers. Wait, is that the 3rd chapter or is that the 4th chapter? Shit. Oh, no, that's right, yeah, okay. That's the 4th chapter. So there's, Middle East, South America, Eastern Europe. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that chapter. Is that that's the 3rd chapter? Yeah. And then it's spoilers. And then the final chapter. So it's 5 chapters. The last one being like really short. Yeah, that's true. Well, there's plenty of cutscenes. It's short. That whole game is short as far as gameplay is concerned, because I've like done that. I played that through that game like a bunch of times. Because that game's really good for doing like replays. You can like do the entire game with like a particular gun or whatever that you couldn't really do in Metal Gear Solid 3, even though I tried. Because you still have to find the gun. Whereas in 4, you can start the game with the gun. Yeah, that's cool. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? I don't remember. Just saying that, yeah. If you skip all the cutscenes and all the like codec dialogue, that game's super short. If I remember correctly, this was before they had made trophy support and added the ability to install the entire game. Like, back when the game first came out, you had to install each act as you played it. It was kind of annoying. You couldn't have the whole thing installed at once. So you would install the first act, you'd play the first act, and then you'd have to install the second act. Play the second act, install the third act, play the third act, and then when you went back and played the game again, you then had to reinstall the first fucking act again. And heaven forbid you just like, you're on the fourth act, you're like, you know what, I want to, go back to Act 2. Load a save from Act 2. When then you have to install Act 2. It was terrible. So I remember, distinctively, that a full playthrough of the game, more than 50% of the time, was spent installing the fucking acts. Because it takes a good while to install each act. Literally, I think for some of the longer levels, the install time is shorter. But because the install time is pretty much the same for each act, but like the last act is like short as hell as far as gameplay. There's like one area to walk through, a boss battle, run down a bunch of corridors without stopping, a boss battle. If you want to call it a boss battle, sure. It's not technically a boss battle, but no, what is a boss battle? It's a funny sort of boss battle. Anyway, yeah. So I think that's the plan. Yeah, play VR. Octastic shows up. We play Metal Gear, and then we might play some Policenauts. Either if we've still got time before he goes off to his nan-nans, or play it when he gets back. Although when he gets back, it's really late. Yeah, it is. Depends on what I'm gonna do the next day on Monday. Cause like next Monday I've got at least a couple of I've got to start work a little bit earlier compared to this week. This week I started at 2. Next week I'm gonna start at least 1, if not earlier. It's still pretty late. I mean, we're talking about 1 p.m. here, but whatever, dude. When I'm starting the second stream after he gets back from his nan-nans at 1 a.m. You know, I can't go forever. Anyway, I gotta go. You know, fuck. You were gonna take a little nap before you go to work, and now you're fucking taking up all your time just talking to yourself. That's true. So it's a good thing that YouTube's fine, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go save the game, and when we come back, we'll do another dream. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time. Now I'm gonna reach over to the button to stop the stream. Oh God.